Welcome to Those Dent Guys, bringing you the latest in GBR Pdr. We're here to bring you the tips and techniques from the top technicians around the globe, not to mention the inspiration and marketing savvies go henceforth, forthwith, and destroy those dents with a lovely cup of tea and a tip of a lip. Attention! Those dent guys. Bravo, chaps.
Welcome to Those Dent Guys with me, Martin Sadler from Dent Remover.
And me, Martin Sadler from Dent Remover.
That's it,
Where
mate.
you get that mask from?
Well, we're going to say a massive thanks to Dave Newton's missus for quality stealing from your 40th wedding. 40th day and wedding.
This is on the script.
It's never on the script. We've never been on the script, ever. So, welcome back to Those Dent Guys.
Yeah, it's a good job only 10 people saw that.
Yeah. It's a good
Quite
job
good
10
those
people
masks.
are here, though, mate, because for the simple fact, we put it up at 8:30 as usual, and I had people messaging me saying it said 9:30 when it came through. I had all the guys in Europe saying it's 10:30. So
Really?
God knows what's going on with StreamYard, but yeah, it was chucking up at a lot of different times. So yeah, it's always going to be 8:30. Always.
Well, we're on now anyway, so there you go.
We are.
8:30. It's 8:30, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
I think so, mate. I don't know. I don't know if I've even changed my clocks yet. God knows.
That's what the computer says.
Yeah, I think they do it themselves these days, right? Well,
Right then.
that's
I'm
it. The
gonna
chocks are off,
just-
mate. We're rolling again.
We are rolling. I just need to try and get the hang of this again. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, everything's a bit foreign again. As you noticed, I ballsed up the intro as per usual.
Yeah, it was a bit rough, that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Don't
I
worry.
was getting all patriotic at first, then it was like landing in a glider.
That's right.
It was that rough.
Don't worry. When we get it on YouTube, mate, it'll be we'll cut out all the rubbish and it'll be seamless. No one will ever know.
So, right, let's see who's on. Sam,
That's it.
yeah, uncanny. Yeah, I know. Igor, hey up, Igor. Jason, hello. Sam, hello.
Yeah, no.
Joe, hello. Eddie, hello. Eddie likes that music. He goes
Eddie
to
does.
Goodwood Revival. He
Hey,
dresses up.
we had this conversation earlier. AD, you're Dent's first, aren't you, buddy? If so, top work on all the tagging on Instagram. We've noticed, obviously, you're tagging us in a lot of stuff on Instagram, so top work, mate. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you very much.
And,
Keith is on. Keith Venn. Hello. Raver. Keith's a raver.
are our comments not showing up on screen these days? Has something changed?
I don't know. I've only got a couple of comments. Unless I press something
Oh,
wrong.
yeah, they are. Look, Ali's on.
He sorted it.
How we doing, Ali? There he is, look. Steve's back. How are we, Steve? Colin's on. Colin's on. Look, now,
Good job it's not breakfast TV, innit? We've been knackered.
I know. Now, I'm just going to push this one out here. There's a technician that's winding me up massively at the minute, Mr. Collingwood. For good reason, though. For good reason. I've not been able to, and in fact, someone pulled me up on this the other day. You're only putting out before and after pictures. Like you can hide so much in pictures. Yeah, well, it's a good selling point for a start because customers aren't too bothered. But anyway, I can't put out any before and after videos because most of them have got this mysterious new tool from Colin in, and I can't show them because he's not released it yet.
That's the just burp, sorry. Yeah, that one.
That tool. That's right.
That's it. That tool.
Colin, for the love of God, get that tool released so I can release some before and after video content.
I can't get the comments up, so you'll have to be the comment master.
Oh, God.
For some reason, it's not. I'm getting a lot of private chat, but that's it.
Oh, dear. Good, lads.
I can't see him.
Colin's not winding me up. wouldn't ever wind me up. Just we need that tool released ASAP, dude, because I'm using it on every job.
He's been busy, hasn't he?
He has been busy. He's been smacking some of that hail out, hasn't he? I think he still has.
Well, he's just got. I think he was working until about 20 minutes ago. Then he's run off to his motorhome and he's watching.
Ah, good lad, good lad. I know he's been working alongside Mr. Hutchinson for the past few months. Are you all torn each other's hair out yet? Huh?
So, what have you been up to then?
Some of the hail stuff. We've been doing a bit of hail for the past few months, haven't we? Myself and Leon tagged up with Mr. Joe Monk of JMPDR and past those Dunk Guys fame down in Leicestershire. And we've had a solid few months dealing with the hail down there, which has been lovely and nice to sort of bring Joe along. Obviously, the lad made a massive step coming out of guaranteed employment to sort of jump on the hello, just broke something down there. What was that? I saw it later. It was a cat. So made a massive step, and fair play to him. He's really stepped up to the mark, and got on with it. And fair play to him. He's I think we can take those wings off now and call him a hail tech. You know,
nice one.
Happy days. Good effort. I mean, to be honest with you, it was funny because we had one weekend down there where it was I was going home for the weekend. Leon couldn't work the weekend, and we had a car in, and it turned out this was going to be Joe's first car on his own, sort of thing. And
is it the rodeo one?
Yeah. This was the sort of test of the metal, and unfortunately for Joe, it was a Peugeot 107, I think it was, and we all know Peugeots don't like taking dents very well. Especially this super sharp hail stuff that's been coming down in Leicester. So this the roof and whatnot on this Peugeot was just it wasn't a massive dent count, but some brutally sharp dents. We were all going home for the weekend just thinking, this will be interesting. Right. But I thought, well, this is going to test his metal a little bit, and I thought also this might be a good point for me to test my metal as a bit of a mentor to him, see if I can help him along the way and just settle him down and just make sure he'll be all right. Not me, mate. I switched my phone off all weekend. But what I did do was kindly left him a few little pointers around the car that might just settle him down and help him out. So as he's working
that's a nice thing to do, isn't it?
He'll just pick up on a couple of my notes that I'd left on the car for him. So I'd left this one on the roof. That one says, for all our listeners in podcast land, it's just fudging dents, mate. So don't worry.
I thought he was going to swear then.
And I thought I'd step it up when we got round the other side of the roof. So if you're struggling, call 0800, go fudge yourself.
So they call them.
Mate, to be fair, we came back Monday morning and that car was absolutely glassed. And just to prove it, there's a little bit of a QC video he took for us. And I know we didn't have a video of the before, but anyone who's been working that storm, this, that, and the other knows that some of those roofs have had some seriously sharp stuff. And fair play to the lad. Stepped up and smashed it. Look at that.
Well, unsmashed it.
Well, yeah, unsmashed it. Yeah. And obviously the ones don't lie and all that.
I was going to say, what I don't get is all these ale techs that use all these fancy fog boards and then they use alarm board for quality control. Backwards.
Boring.
Well, now it changes.
But so that's been Carnivals for the last few months, and we've sort of pretty much wound down now. I think between the three of us, we've just got a few cars left in the system dotted around here and there, and it's been nice having a few of the other lads on board as well. We had Danny from Dent Removes jumped on with us. Fozzie, I'm going to get this wrong. Dent Reverse. I know he set up a new company. Is it still Dent Reverse? Can't remember. If you're watching, dude, jump in the comments section, let us know. Anyway, James Forsyth, Fozzie. And we had Ali Khan jump on with us as well for a good portion of the deal. And we got it done. So no complaints. Great team. I'd have everybody on board again in a heartbeat for sure.
I was going to turn up, but I got scared.
Yeah, you were scheduled to come down, weren't you? And then it was like, oh, no, I'm too busy now.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Next
Next
time.
time.
It, didn't you? You got it done.
We did it, mate.
You
just bottled out because you knew full well me and you would be trouble in the bar every night.
Don't drink during the week now. That's my first drink, only because I'm on here.
You're so professional.
I know. Got a
What
few
you
more
got?
people just jumped on. Now I've got my comments back on.
Well, let's
Cody
have another roll
Aldrich.
call.
Yes. Sam Donovan. Hello. Hope you're all well.
Yes, he does.
Josh Dragos from Florida.
See,
Hello.
all the way from Florida town. Lovely stuff. God, I bet the weather's nicer over there than it is here.
Gary's here and Matthew, one of my wonderful body shop friends. It makes a crap cup of coffee. Yeah, I have picked up. I know I was bad this morning, but you know what? I still got the toilet roll, got the mask. Okay.
I tell you what, mate, to be fair,
it was coffee that killed the cold, actually.
Everybody that's joining us tonight, Martin has been on death's door for the past couple of days, and with all the countdown we've been doing and hyping the fact that we were coming back to do this, we very nearly had to pull the plug. She was a bit sniffly, weren't you, mate?
I've got a nose like Rudolph look. It's red, raw.
Suits you, man. Looking good.
Simon's on. Wayne's on. Patrick Allen. And also, want to say hello to Tony, customer that came in. He had a Seat, and he just came in for a quote, and he said, "I watched the videos." I was like, "Oh, nice one. Cheers."
Good lad.
So
Good lad.
Glad the customers are enjoying it.
That's it. Just skipping back to Colin and the tool release. He's just popped up. Sorry, guys. It's unfortunately been on hold a while. On hold a while I hit the hail trail. Hail gig drawing to a close soon, so further work on it should begin again as I get back home for more than 24 hours. Laughs out loud. Lots of thumbs ups. Good lad. Honestly, I can't stress this enough. And I haven't spoke to Colin for a bit actually, but I've had so many people badgering me about what this tool is. What is it? What does it do? And all I've said is you can use it at every stage of the process, and I promise you it's going to make life easier. And it does on a daily basis. And that's it. I'm out. Speaking of tools, I was going to
say what you said.
Speaking of tools,
yeah.
Have you had any new tools recently, mate?
Had quite a few new tools. But the best ones that I bought recently from recommendations off you lot is the Medusa. That thing that's it. The Makita one.
What the heck's that?
goes on a stand, you know, like a is it a Mac Maker stand?
Like the spider stands.
Yeah, spider stand. Yeah, it just goes on one of those, and you put your aluminum board on there.
Right.
You can use a cigarette lighter to plug it into a tracer battery, or you can use your Makita battery as well. It just saves you sticking the board and the sucker onto the panel.
Is it just for Makita, or is it?
No, you can get DeWalt's. You can get it in DeWalt and other stuff. Another battery makes.
How much was it, and where'd you get it from?
£100, and it's from Keco UK.
Bingo.
Like everything.
Well, I suppose in the UK.
In the UK. Yeah, it was good. So it's getting plenty of abuse. And the other one was the tactical handle, the one with a little ball on the end. I think Keith was highly rating it. And I thought I would have got the T-bar one, but as quite a few people have said, the metal on the end, because it's a T-bar and you've got two ends where you can screw it in, it kind of catches on the door. So to have that one, it's smooth and it don't catch as much. So, yeah.
Worthwhile purchase?
Yeah, of course. Always.
How much was it? And where'd you get it from?
Well, it's too much money, really, but you know,
Shut up.
anything over 30 quid's a lot of money.
Yeah, mate. If it's got a price tag on it, I don't buy it.
186 quid, I think it was, plus that.
Cheap at half the price, mate. Cheap
It
at half the
certainly
price.
is.
Especially when it saves you forearms and you can just sit there going, geesh, banging them dents out.
That's it. Hey,
Love
Steve
it.
Buckle's on, Nordic Dents on.
Is he? Are we
Hello.
having another
Happy
roll
birthday,
call?
Steve. Yeah. I've got comments back on now. There you
Perfect.
go.
Board 'em
That's
up.
how I caught my cold look. He dissed him a coffee, coughed him a cup. Yeah, cheers. Have you bought anything recently?
Do I buy anything? No, because I'm tight. I've still got the same tool set I've had since day one, mate. No, I did. I lie. I did buy something. Get some. That's what I bought.
I've got one of them.
Yeah, no, I did. The brand new Dent Repair Kit from a hot new company on the scene. So brace yourselves, everyone. From Streetwise, I believe from Aldi, $7.99.
Yeah.
And I basically sold my whole tool set because I've got this now. So it does everything you need. Look, it's got every tab you need. Comes with the glue sticks and everything. Doesn't come with a glue gun though.
Every tab, one tab, or two tabs.
Yeah, it's a bit misleading. There is a few more tabs than just that one. But anyway, so yeah, I got that, sold on with other tools, and I think I've been getting on pretty well with it. Look, I've made a good start.
You're getting better.
It is better, isn't it? That's what I thought. I think any day now, mate, we're going to get somewhere. No, on a serious note though, I did buy that because I want to do a video on it. But this, what you're looking at now, was a customer that had bought that kit and brought his car to me with the phrase of, I thought I'd better stop before I made it any worse. And I would say the tailgate was probably worse than that as well.
God, it goes all the way down there and all, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, all the way down. But what you can't really see in this video as well is a lovely chap, and he'd even gone to the extent of ruthlessly taking down the back corner of his headliner and managing to somehow jab something through. You just see a couple of spots there, look. So close to splitting the paint. But yeah, we had a bit of a job on our hands rectifying that set of, well, mountains, I guess.
Was that once you'd done it? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, no, just to go a bit. I did a slow-mo video, look. Silky smooth. Shut up, Martin. You know how lines don't lie? Well, they're doing this, mate, because that was a perfect finish, but looks a bit squiffy at the top, doesn't it? No, it is a bit squiffy at the top because I had to go a little bit steady around where that almost split paint was, so we kind of left that top bit alone a little bit, but it came out all right. So
I like how you've got the skills of using that board up with a camera. You're going so slow that you can't see the wiggles.
Oh, mate. Smooth as you like. Gimbals for the win. So, yeah, no, I've not really bought anything new, have I?
You do get a glue gun with that. I did with that. I did with mine, yeah.
I've not even opened it, if I'm honest, mate.
Yeah, you get a glue gun. And if only they knew how good the glue actually was.
Is it good, though?
Well, it's Aldi glue, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah, but Aldi glue's rubbish, isn't it? And now I'm going to have a target on my head. What I did notice was, though, from that repair was all the scratches where he had attempted to tap down. And when I did get the tap down out of the box, they've got the mold line that runs right through the tip. So anyone even attempting to tap down with that thing is just going to scratch the hell out of the paintwork. Yeah, I did buy that set with the premise of using it as a bit of an educational piece for maybe a future YouTube video if I ever get around to doing another one.
What of them?
I don't know, you dropped off the radar. Why have you been putting any out?
I've been too busy. I just keep getting loads of massive, nasty dents, and you know, if you're doing a video of it, you need to be left alone. And as soon as I get the camera out, the door goes, and there's someone coming for a quote. So I ain't really got the time to do it at the moment. now it's getting darker early. I can do them on a night time, so I should be able to get some more out. I've been stocking up on bits and bobs, non-PDR tool related, to make a new video, right? And when you see it, you'll be like, God damn, that's a good idea. So
I was going to say, actually,
you'll be like, wow, yes.
Have you got one of those like circular railway track things that goes round so you can just slowly pan around the whole car or something?
No.
I'm gonna get one.
All right.
On a serious note, amongst the PDR community though, because obviously you do a lot of videos that sort of pretty educational for everybody. Yeah. Is there anything anybody would want to see in future videos from Martin? Let's put the pressure on him right now. Any types of repairs or how-tos on anything? I personally want to see some R&I stuff because I know you go mental.
I did an R&I one on a Porsche. No one watched it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You saw the comments, didn't you?
Well, which is funny. No, I didn't. Because right. Who called you? Who called you with an R&I question today on a Porsche? Me.
You.
And what was your answer? Barely even said a word other than, yeah, good luck with that. And off you went. Thanks for your help, mate.
That's why you need a ball peen hammer, just in case you can't get stuff off.
Wow. Yeah, it's not happening, mate. Not happening, that one. Anyways.
Excuse me.
Oh, there, mate. You're still dying, aren't you?
A little bit. Badges. Hey up, Anthony.
There he is. Look. How you doing, fella? Oh, Jason's in the comments, everyone.
Yeah, well, that's what I was laughing at a minute ago, but I'm not putting it on.
Don't put it on screen, mate, because it just makes for more editing time.
I know, I'm not. He's been a very naughty boy.
Joe's saying I called the wrong man with regards to R&I. Well, if I'd have called you, Joe, you'd have just made me strip out all the quarter panels. Honestly.
I'll take the rear bumper off.
Joe is like the U of dropping headliners. Honestly. Every bit of trim comes out of that car. It's basically up on bricks just to get a headliner down, isn't it,
yeah.
Joe?
Well, to be fair, some of them you do. You have to take like nearly the bloody back seats out to get the headliners out sometimes.
Nah, not me, mate. Bang! Get down. What?
Just a
That's a joke. That's
just
a
joke.
Cross with a razor blade. Properly.
Oh dear, you can tell we're back, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a serious episode, by the way, everyone. This
No, not like all the others.
This is us just forcing ourselves to get back into it, back on it.
We're not forcing ourselves. Quite enjoying this.
Are you?
Yeah, of course I am.
Cool. Right,
I've got my notes and everything here. I'm just
having
a look. Yeah.
Right, what comes next then? Because I don't know.
I'm reading something completely different at the moment.
Come on.
So, Keco, UK, open day.
Oh, yeah.
Next week, isn't it?
It is next week. Yeah.
12th and 13th. So you got the education day on the 12th of Friday.
That's right.
And then you can spend all your pennies on the 13th.
That's right. I did speak to Kev briefly earlier, had a nice catch up, and he did say he may be on and around in the comments section tonight. So if anybody's got Sam's on also, that's right, yeah. If anybody's got any questions about the Keco Open Day educational stuff, then jump in the comments. Yeah. And as always, it's nice seeing all those sort of sub conversations going off while we're jibber jabbering away about something. I'm a bit gutted that I'm going to be missing it, to be honest, because as I sort of said, it's my 10th wedding anniversary, and I value my nuts over going to Keco weekend, unfortunately. But no, I did kind of want to be down there to see about all the the Altel scanner stuff.
Yeah, I'm interested in that as well. I've heard quite a lot about it. In the past from Kevin's been giving me updates, and it sounds spot on. So
yeah,
it'd be nice to see how that works and what it can offer.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good upcharge. Is it upcharge? Yeah,
do
upsell. Yeah, you could do a scan, can't you, before you strip it, and a scan after.
Of course you can. You can do pre and post scans, can't you? Just for a bit of extra security for the customer, or obviously there's going to be the situations where it just purely digs you out of a hole if you start getting error codes coming up. And it's like the paint depth gauge. I was saying to Kev earlier, you know, I'm probably using it more to sort of get out of arguments with customers than I am sort of using it as an upsell. Like if the paint's thin, or you know how we spoke about on previous shows and whatnot. You know when you go to quote a panel and you're like, oh, this has been repaired before. No, it's not. I've had this from new. It's not been. Definitely.
Easy thing to do. You just go on the affected panel, stick the the depth gauge. The paint gauge on there. Then you just go to the opposite panel and say, well, you know, it's double the thickness, so it must have been painted. Therefore, you don't really want to be glue pulling it, because there is a big chance the paint's going to come off. So you've got to strip it.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it.
That's very right, mate.
I wouldn't like to try it, especially with, you know, some of the Japanese cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it is a. I mean, you can tell if stuff's been painted before. You can look at it, you know, and if you know what you're looking for, you can tell that stuff's been painted. But again, it's for when you flatten stuff down as well. If you're doing like a Nissan and it's 56 UM or whatever you call it, you ain't got a lot to play with. It's gone all shiny.
I just love flying by the seat of my pants, and whatever happens. I'm just messing with you, but no, it should be a great weekend, to be fair. And
what else? Let me see. Let me go on Facebook quick.
Well, I know there was something else supposed to be happening that weekend, but there was a big question mark over it.
Pizzas.
What?
Sure.
Pizzas? There was supposed to be the Dream 2 event that's going on off as well, huh? And as a bit of a last minute, short notice, special guest come to the fray. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves him. Shall we welcome Mr. Don Kavanagh? There he is.
Oh, good evening. Good morning. How are you doing?
Hey guys, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you? How was yourself?
Doing well, man. You couple handsome boys. It's nice to see you back at it.
Cheers. That was unexpected. I didn't realize you was coming on. I'd have done my hair.
Oh, a little special. We pulled it over at our eyes. I was talking to Kevin a little earlier, Ben, when we talked.
That's right.
I'm glad you gave me the heads up so I could call Kevin. He's like, oh, okay.
It was just, I was saying to Martin earlier, so I had a bit of an earlier day at work, finished up, went home, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a few chores done here. So I was just doing the hoovering up, just like Freddie Mercury on the old One on Break Free video. And then Kev called. And I'm like, hey, mate. And then he was sort of saying about the Dream event. And I'm like, oh, I better call Don. So we spoke. And then just everything got confused. And it was like, Don, you better come on the show tonight and just help us out.
So happy to be here, because it is a little confusing. And now there won't be this hard 13th date, which is nice. But we kind of decided, Dave and I put our heads together, and we just decided that we would, you know, and you guys helped us with this a little bit when we talked last year or at the beginning of this year about Dream 1. You guys explained how, you know, it's really tough for a lot of these guys to make a show like that happen, just cost wise, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's expensive, and especially over in Russia, you know, the average tech over there and just people in general are making $6,000 to $1,000 a month. Like, wow, you know, you don't even realize how good we all have it, and all that good stuff. So we decided to not use that platform again. We were having some problems with that platform, and all of a sudden we could see that we were probably going to have double the people on the platform. So we thought, man, if we were having problems with 525 people, and now it's going to be well over 1,000, we didn't want anybody to have a bad experience and kick it out and stuff. So we did something pretty crazy. We put our heads together, and we are refunding every dime for every single person that has bought a ticket.
Wow.
And
wow,
we did
okay.
that with all of the vendors and the tool people too, but we still want the show to go on. So we decided we would do it on our dentrepair.com site. So anybody listening, go to dentrepair.com, go up in the corner and you can say watch video. So you'll be able to immediately for free. We don't want your information. We don't want anything. We are giving all of this to you guys
Is
and
that from
everybody in the
now?
whole world. Yep. From right this second. Yep.
Don't do it
can
now, though. Stay here first. And then when this is over, then go there.
Definitely worth looking.
Right,
Definitely
right,
worth looking
right.
at.
Of course, stay here. This is good. This is the goods with you two boys. But yeah, so it's available, and it won't be this 30-day crunch problem. They'll be able to actually go and really listen to it and really take it in. And we're probably gonna be we'll have quite a few more of them launched by November 13th, but it'll probably be a couple weeks in. By the end of November, we'll have 20 fresh videos for everybody to watch, and everybody's still doing it and excited to be involved. And we're excited that everybody wants to do that for everyone, and it's pretty special. And then the vendors, we're basically just going to have a link going to their stuff. They'll put on what they might have for a special, and that'll go forward and stuff. And what's great about these, one thing I just want to say, when you go listen to someone, I think, and Kev's going to speak, of course,
Yeah,
he is
perfect.
doing it right. So
Happy days.
Kev and Chris White's going to speak, and there's going to be some really good. Kevin Andrews, or not Kevin Andrews, but Kevin Halewood is going to speak, which is great, and Marina's going to tell her story, which is really cool. And I was listening backstage about the scanners, and I'm super excited. Dan Rutiki is going to speak on scanners and talk about them in depth and things like that. And Vince D'Alessandro is going to come and talk about IMI and why that's so important and why you should add it. I loved what you were saying, Martin, about pre and post scan. We can charge for that now. That's awesome. It's something we just finally got one, but it saved my ass more than once, you guys. I was talking to Dan Rutiki about this. He's an expert in scanners, so it'd be really fun to watch. But I unplugged a Ford pickup truck, F-150. Okay. I wasn't planning on cycling the key, and it was parked in the back of the shop. And then it was raining. We had another car pull up, and I didn't even think anything of it. I cycled the key. I pulled it up, and I had it unplugged, because I was thinking if I don't unplug, if I plug it back in, it's gonna be fine. So the thing lights up like a Christmas tree. I go on Autel. I had 14 codes off of a freaking pickup truck channel light. Like, wow, so these scanner tools are really super important to all of us. So that's really cool, and just having some fun. So it's going to live forever. That's going to be the fun thing. It's not going to be 30 days anymore. It'll be out there forever, and people can take it in. One thing I want to say that I have you guys ever watched a movie and then you watch it a second or maybe a third time and you say to yourself, wow, I actually had the plot wrong. It was still a great movie, but I missed a few things, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I think when we re-listen to, now you have some time, re-listen to some of these and you might be missing some things. They're only 10, 15, 20 minutes long anyway. So try to take it all in and that type of thing. So
I mean, that's perfect. Sorry, go on, mate.
No, you first.
Okay.
I'll just cough.
I was, it's right what you're saying there, because I was speaking to, I think it was Fozzie, while we were on this hail deal just recently. I was talking to him about some of the stuff that, I'm going to get this wrong now. I think it was Gene Fetty who was going on about the protractor pricing and a couple of the other seminars that were on the Dream One. And it was just so valuable. And it was almost, you couldn't put a price on the tickets for what you took away from it, and it's hard to get right, isn't it? But like you say, all our markets are so different. What you guys can charge over there is probably 3/4 less here, and then the same into the other side of Europe. And it's, I don't know what you do with
just out of curiosity, guys, like if you guys use Mobile Tech RX over there, or do you have something else different?
No, still use Mobile Tech.
Okay, so What is a dime over here? It's 150, 450, just to get an idea for everybody's listening and us and me. I just want to get my head around it. What would that run with Mobile Tech RX over there?
A
What's
dime.
the
So
dime?
we're probably we're in millimeters. So I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. What is your smallest dent charge on Mobile Tech RX? Let me be a little bit smarter with my questions.
There's no dent too small, no price too high, is there? Let's be honest. But
Yeah.
it depends.
Price a dent. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
You can
I'll
edit
probably
it
get-
anyway. Can't
I'll
you?
probably get shouted at for this, but it's a 5 mil is 60 quid.
Okay.
Okay. You got
That's
10
just
mil.
that's open panel 5 mil dent. Which
Yeah, it's just a basic. Yeah.
60
I
quid.
knew
What's that?
I knew Keith would say that. 100 quid.
Under me. I love it.
Well, yeah.
But
I
it does
wish-
vary
I
a
wish.
lot area to area as well. You know,
Okay.
I know, so like Leon down in Daventry Way, so their pricing down there is really strong. I would say where I am, it's probably not as strong, although we're working on it a lot to justify those prices and help try to boost it a bit. But I don't know about anyone else. I find a lot of the body shops in our area start almost dictating the flow of how that pricing goes because they're so low, some of them, you know, and it's just educating the customer, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
It's a tough education process. It really is. I just can't believe how many times that I'm sure you guys are just like me and everybody listening. All right, here we go. I wish I had it just on tape. Like here you go. Just listen to this, and then we'll talk after.
Yep.
You're explaining everything and how we do it and how we charge and why we get what we get and I do love seeing them getting the aha moment when they really understand though that it's just a better repair. It's just we're gonna do it in a day. We're not gonna be hit with a Carfax. I don't know if you guys have those things over there,
No,
but I'm
I
sure
wish we did.
you don't have that. Okay.
I think
That's a good thing for us because we can tell them why it's better to use us, so that works pretty good. So
there's nothing where if a car gets damaged, it doesn't go on a record, it doesn't go against the vehicle. You can have a few panels smashed and it needs half a paint job, and it won't go on the record. So I don't know if that's I think that's different to
that is different.
You guys, everything will go on Carfax, won't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, unless the customer paid for it out of pocket, But as soon as that insurance company writes a check, it's like tattooed, like boom, So it's it just goes everywhere with the car. But I've had people. I was listening when I was backstage. I've had so many people get in those same arguments. My car's never been painted, dude. Your car's been painted. It looks terrible. It's like not even close to the same as the other panel. You don't see there's a different color there. This one's really shiny. This has got orange peel. Like we get into that quite a bit. So I really think that paint gauge is a super cool tool to have.
Yeah,
absolutely.
100% it is for sure. And so, okay, just out of interest, right, let's see here. We saw about 10 minutes before coming online tonight a repair. Martin, you've got the info for who it's from. I'm just going to put it up now. It's a brilliant repair, so it's worth showing. But it'd be good to know, Don, what would you charge for something like this?
Okay.
So this is on a Mazda front wing, was it? Mazda 2?
Holy moly.
And whose job is this, Martin?
Stephen Staff from Pure Dent's IOW. That's a mega dent. That's deep.
So that would easily be for American dollars, $425 or so.
Yeah. $425.
Nice.
What's that work out at?
No,
and that's about what it would be. I haven't used this on Mobile Tech RX, but I'm just going to do that. That looks like 4 inches, right? Let me see if I actually even loaded it with my new.
About 315 pounds.
315. Yeah. I think we'd be insanely hard pushed to get that here. I don't know. I mean,
I reckon you could get it. I reckon you could get a bit more than that.
I'm not from lovely areas like Hull, mate.
No, I could get more than that.
You know, it's funny. We always, and you guys, I'm sure, I'd love to hear what you say. But we'll always, when you get the, oh, I thought it was going to be, $100. It's like, no, it's not. And here's why. And then we have 2 body shops on our street. We always say, hey, you know what you should do when you leave here? I know this sounds high right now, but drive up to the body shop and get a quote on that. They're going to paint your hood. They're going to paint your front door. Especially with that blue to make it match, and it's going to be a $2,000 problem, our money. And then they come back and they go, "Wow, you guys are pretty cheap."
See, that's the difference. That is the difference, because in my area, I know full well they take that to a body shop on probably a car such as that. It's probably going to be 250 quid, and
you're sending them to the wrong body shops.
No, honestly,
paint over here has gone through the roof. Paint alone on a job like that would be probably as much as we would charge for the dent. It's gone absolutely berserk over here for paint. Just a few panels, it's like $300-400 now. It's like, wow, just in the material, right? So,
I mean, you can call up and you can get the paint mixed, and you can do it that way. I don't know if Matthew Salisbury's still on here. Let us know how much you'd charge for that. But you can get your paint mixed, and you could do it, at a cheaper paint cost, or if you've got a paint system, it's going to cost you a lot more money, especially with the lacquer prices as well. Sure. And what's that? 3 hour repair for filler? 3 hour filler repair, I'd say.
I think I would spend that kind of time on it, 2-3 hours on it, probably.
Yeah, looking at 2 days, aren't you?
Yeah. Wow. So one thing about it, our body shops probably wouldn't repair that and mud that up. They'd just throw a new fender on it. Yeah. But fenders are so cheap; they're just so inexpensive, So they would just say, "God, for the 3 hour repair, we could buy a fender for $150 and throw it on there and throw some paint on it." So
really,
exactly.
Yeah, you're still looking at.
But that's a nasty dent. Do we have an after dent?
Certainly do.
We do.
Repair.
Pow! Check that.
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that almost looks like that was a repainted vehicle with the where you see the. Are you guys laughing at me?
I'm off.
We said exactly the same thing.
I was just looking at the orange peel. It looks pretty tight there. So.
No, I tell you what. Who did you say was Steve Staff?
It's Steve Staff at Pure Dent Removal, IOW, Isle of Wight.
Incredible job.
Respect on that one.
Very, very much respect.
It's to stick him on the Dent of a Week wall.
He let the paint hold on, even though it was a repaint, I think. So he did a great job. That actually increased his value. It's already a nasty dent, but he's already made it even, incredible that paint held on for the ride and not being factory.
Yeah. It'd be nice to know if you check the paint with one of those gauges as well.
Yeah,
because you can see it before. You can see it's painted because you can see that over there too. So it's Yep.
Fair play though, Steve. Nicely done.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, stick him on the Dent of a Week board. If you
is that coming back this time round?
I don't know. It might do.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it is, you do it. Because when we was at your birthday, Dave and Keith cornered me about the Dent of the Week issue.
Oh, did they? Right.
Drank into my seat, and I'm like, I'm not drinking. I can't handle this.
I didn't hear any of that.
I don't know.
So just to recap on it, Dream 2's on from now. So if you go on dentrepair.com.
Yep.
Right.
And then just go up to the top, and now don't try to click on the second group of speakers because they're obviously not there and it won't load for you. But just click on the first set of speakers, and they'll all be there for you. Yeah. And there'll be thumbnails and different stuff in there. So it'll be cool.
Yeah. And I can say the Paul Corden speech and Gene Fetty speech. They were too good, and I learned quite a bit from. So
have we got a website banner for that now? Let's do one now, just to scroll on the screen so everyone can go. So what's the website again, Don? Sorry,
it's dentrepair.com.
Repair.com.
Dentrepair.com.
Don. done.
And if you want a website, you can get one at the same time.
That's it.
There you go.
So head on over there, and that is Dream Online full stop. So everything's there, free of charge. Not
and
just
then throughout the month we'll have the dropping all the other ones. So by the end of November, there'll be another 20 speakers.
So you're just like trickle feeding them in, yeah?
Yep, we're gonna trickle feed it. We're starting to get them now, so they're starting to come in slow but sure. And Kev was like, "Well, I better get on it." You know, Andrews, he's like, I thought it was done. You know, like, didn't you talk to Chris? And he goes, "Yeah, man, mate, but we're unfortunately, you know, talking about 1,000 other things at the same time. They have so many irons in the fire." And I just want to wish you congratulations and glorious congratulations to the Keco for SEMA. You know, Tool of the Year. Are you kidding me? Is that the bomb or what?
Best new product award. Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah, it was SEMA's.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, that's
100%.
I want that so bad. I have like four or 5 things there, but I want it all. Like,
yeah. I was having this conversation with Martin earlier. Obviously, I want it for my workshop because it's company colours, and I just stand there staring at it all day because it looks so lovely. But same as you, Don, I've got some of the items on there, but just to have everything at your disposal, sat there, the world's your oyster, isn't it? You know.
What's cool is you can look when you pull out those drawers, and I can see, hey, there's a tab missing here. You know, I can just visually. I love how they have some of those. I don't know if that's on that one, but I've seen a couple that Chris showed me. I'm like, that is amazing. You know? So super cool.
Yeah, I mean, getting the education on it as well. I mean, 'cause I don't know about anyone else, but it's like there's so much going on there with the different aluminium tabs, the this, that, the other, that you don't always consider. You just think glue tab's a glue tab, we'll just stick it on and do what it does. But it's like Kev was saying, you know, there is a process to getting it to do what it should do every single time, you know, and it just being valuable to know all that stuff and be able to utilize that whole set.
We're going to have them come over in the spring and do a big Keco thing at our shop, and I'll get, you know, we have these meetups with like 30 plus guys all the time, and I'll get all those guys in the room, and it'll just be cool. You know, it'll just be just be so fun because we all feed off each other and stuff, right? You know, it's like, man, it's cool stuff. So
that's it. You heard it here first. Next tech meet at Don's place. Let's go.
Let's go. Love to have you guys over here. Man. That'd be awesome.
It is really interesting how the glue's going back into the body shop world as well. Whereas years ago, a few years ago, when I used to be a panel beater and we used to weld the pins on and pull the dents out that way. But now you're doing it without taking the paintwork off. So obviously you can see how the dent's coming out. You're not guessing with a bare metal surface. You know, obviously it's better for the vehicle because you're not putting the pins on, so you're not burning the inside of the panel. It's not going to rust through in a couple of years' time. So it is good how the glue is coming back into the body shop world. Collision
really
world,
cool. So Martin, are you one of those lucky guys that since you did body work like this? I know a few guys that did it, and they're dent guys now. And I don't know what they're doing, but they'll like, after you can't even see it in the light, they're still going. They're touching the panel and stuff, like, oh, I have a little bit of a low here. I'm like, I rub my hand, like, I don't see it, I don't feel it, I'm not there. I'm not there.
I always feel the panel. I'm always feeling as I'm looking as well.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Do you do that, Ben? No.
It's more like, it's not because I'm feeling the shape of the panel, it's more like the braille I'm putting into it. I'm just reading it.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't really see a dent, but if you're feeling, you can feel the overall. So if you've got a slight curve, you can feel a bump. And then you know you've got a little crown somewhere, and you've got to tap a little bit more. I'm
of course, before the dent, I'm always going, you know, when I'm giving them the price. Ooh.
I need to ring my brother on this one.
Exactly. So good to see you guys back. I've been watching 6, 5, 4,
We had a bit of fun with that.
That's awesome.
We'll
Great
grow up
stuff.
one day, Don. We'll grow up one day, I'm sure.
Don't.
That's it.
Don't. No way. That's no fun. That's no fun.
That's it.
Kevin Andrews, he'd cut his hands open. Yeah,
It's true.
I love it.
I better have another refresher course, to be fair.
Use some tool cut. There you go.
Oh, sorry, mate. I'm in the comments
yeah,
again.
sorry. Yeah, that touching is cheating. Yeah, no. Well,
Gary Dent Man Show. Is that another thing we should be following? Does he have a show as well, Gary?
Oh no, that's his name.
Oh, it's Shaw.
It's from Yorkshire. Don't worry.
I don't have my glasses on. I thought it said show. I'm like, let's go to the Gary Dent Man Show.
There you
weird
go.
Over there.
The Gary Dent Man Show. There you go, buddy. Set up your own podcast. There we go. That's right, Joe. I haven't got any toll cut. That's why I keep using all yours, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
that's become my friend, you guys. I've been working from home the last 10 months, so I really haven't been pushing much metal, right? And now I'm back into it 2-3 weeks in, and I've taken out some pretty nasty, gnarly stuff that in the old days, 10 months ago, I wouldn't have even touched my toll cut. Now I keep it really close because I'm making it nice at the end. But it's funny, I'm like starting all over, you guys. It's like riding a bike, and at the end result is beautiful. But I'm actually embarrassed to admit, but if you can't admit it to your friends, who can you? I'm hitting it like twice during the repair. Like I am chewing that shit up. Like, what are you doing, Don? Like, oh, like, oh my gosh. Now I haven't touched toll cut for the last few days, so I think I'm back, but it can be your friend.
We all have those days, don't we? Weeks, months, careers.
Yeah. But the little squares, they go everywhere, don't they? You'll be in your kitchen,
do.
You'll see one on the floor, and you'll try and pick it up, and it'll be the sticky side down.
Kind of get it off. Yeah. My black's still my favorite. I love the black. I barely use the green and the pink, but black is my fave.
That's all I use, really, the black stuff, because I'm trying to wean myself off. So I'm going up the grades.
Yeah, it's a green. I'm still on the green, but obviously I like green, so there you go.
Yeah. There you go, buddy.
Cool.
Don, favorite tool in your set, Don? What is it?
My favorite tool, did you say?
Yeah, in your set. That's not
in my set. I think it's the I have a right and left hook that I made way back in the day when I was with Jurgen, and they've been copied a few times in the industry, but they're not exactly the same. The PDR Finesse copied them, and they're called the 226s. But they're a little bit different, but they're still great tools, and I just love those. Just absolutely love those. And then my hammer, of course, is my what I use on every damn dent. So
that's it.
What hammer do you use?
I made a hammer back 32 years ago, and it was part of what Jurgen had at the BMW factory in Munich, and so we kind of copied that. And it's basically what I use. And, I didn't see, I think you guys heard this, maybe I said it on the show before, but we didn't have knockdowns, right? I mean, we didn't have anybody to compare ourselves to. It was just Jurgen and I, and for years. And so when I was in training, I would, having to use my hammer, I would make this perfect dime-sized dent the size of a watermelon by the end of the day. Like, I couldn't hit what I was going for. It was just like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm in the wrong business. I'm not good, But then over time now, I just, can hit a pin just like you guys, and I just live for that. I just don't use knockdowns at all. Maybe once a month, if there's something next to a molding or like a door handle or something where I have to, I do it.
Yeah.
But it's just not my go-to. So.
Pretty precise. Yeah. I have to use a knockdown.
Man, that's a tough one, you guys. I'm gonna want you guys start first. That's a good question. Yeah.
Joe Monk says his power Pdr blending hammer. There you go, another hammer.
Belter of a blending hammer.
Oh yeah. That was you got a blue one, didn't you? Yeah.
That's right, of course.
The carbon fiber one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I've seen the power PDR blending hammer yet.
So it's incredibly light. It's and it ships with like a larger metal tip one end and a smaller the other, slightly domed. and I've never been a metal tip guy. I just never got on with metal blending tips whatsoever. But I gave it a run for a week or so, and just don't know what it is. It's just lovely. But
Nice.
it's
Lovely.
It's that old thing, isn't it? Everyone's got an opinion on a blending hammer, so it's
mine's a Shane Jacks one. I love that one.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
I've put the put a mushroom tip on there, and then I've got the little metal blending polished mushroom tip on the other side. It's just I like the weight of it, so I use it for everything.
Awesome.
Most people like it. Izzy don't like me using it apparently, but.
Well, you should say that. We've got another surprise guest tonight. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Who else has been buying tools?
Oh dear.
80 Shaw.
Yeah.
Hot Box Pdr.
He's got himself a version of the hot box. Is that
Pdr 1000? I saw a picture of that earlier.
Okay. Didn't know they existed, but
I didn't either. Much better price, I suppose, because I know they're like $2,000 now, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be without it. Great stuff.
I never got on with the power box, but with the hot box, but the PDR box, yes, the Dent Killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that t-shirt. I got that t-shirt too.
I was using that today. So Gary's got the BLE 4-inch light with sliding USB battery pack. Cool. How's that working out, Gary? Chuck up in the comments, mate. Be interesting to hear.
Now is BLE a company over there? Because I don't know BLE.
I think so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Not the biggest company, I don't think, in terms of. They do quite a lot.
If they're in the middle of the UK, near you, is that where they are?
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I've never owned any BLE stuff. Anyone with any info on BLE, chuck it up. I know that makes it sound really dumb right now, but it's just not a company that's come across my radar, really, unfortunately.
No, me either. Unless that's short for something.
I think it is actually, but I don't know. Bristol. That'll be Bristol.
I'm sure that's what the B probably stands for then, is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's down south, Don. That's down the south of the UK.
Bristol Light. Is it you guessing?
Lighting Engineering. There it is. Lighting Engineering.
That might be a good guess. I don't know.
I'll have to look those guys up. Everybody's been really talking up Stucky Light around here too. I've never used the Stucky Light, but I do like the blend or the fade that it has. You know, I've always been pretty much an eliminate light guy, and also Pro PDR. Those are my two go-tos.
Yeah, I've got both of those. Yeah, I like my Eliminate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes some great stuff. Great customer service, just amazing.
Colin's saying he's finally got around to investing in tequila tools that bend and sharp tips for bracelet and over windscreen frames are killer. Correct. I don't own any, but I did use a lot of Leon's now and again, and
they're pretty awesome. I have to agree.
Great tools.
Michael Chambers Reaper bars, so another set of bars.
Absolutely, 100%.
They're mega sharp, aren't they?
Yeah,
sure.
Oh,
they are. They've got to be one of the sharpest things on the market, really.
Yes.
Next to Turkis's rods, you know, those MT rods that Bonnie and those guys make, those are super sharp too.
Yeah, they're savage, aren't they?
Yeah. Aluminum killers for sure.
Yeah. Don't need anything sharp for that. Anthony Pritchard mini bridge by Keco. See, you shouldn't have bought the Keco bridge. You should have bought the full kit.
That's it. Yeah. I think he did. He actually sent me a picture the other day. He did go on a bit of a Keco splurge and bought a fair old bit of weaponry. Let us know how you're getting on with it, buddy. Love it.
Yeah, Stanley tools. They're a different set out of it, really.
Something I need to get involved in. Did anyone see Bryce Kelly put up a hell of a fender job the other day? And I mean, it was just obviously, as Bryce does, beyond pickled. Yeah. And I think he was using a Stanliner tool for the bulk of that. I don't know what they call it, but it's like the quite large sort of flat dome
Like a
head.
spoon, yeah, like a dolly kind of. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I tell you what,
Pretty
that looked like it might need an investment for sure.
Yeah.
What's amazing about those tools is instead of bringing up that one spot, you're bringing up an area like that, like with your these round. It's amazing to me when I first started using those, and we had the first stand liner. You know, we had a stand liner deal at our shop, right? And it was so cool to learn these techniques. It's like, wow, you know, you just completely different than whatever you've learned. Throw it out the window because you're going to be rolling and dragging and doing these weird things. You're like, what is going on here? You know, so but it's fun. It's really cool. I think they've got all their really good uses too, for sure.
You need quite a lot of access as well to get those bars in because they are heavy duty.
They won't flex.
Yeah. I used the it's shaped like that. Like
the pirate hook.
Is it? I don't think it is a pirate hook. It was the one for doing creases where you can walk the crease out.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, you just rock it gently, and it brings the crease out. That was good for front wings fenders.
Yeah. Some of those snakes are amazing. They've got the sharp snake and then the rounded snake, and that sharp snake is just so amazing. Like you'll have a vertical crease straight across, and you'd think you'd want to, because that tool is so sharp, you'd think you'd want to go in that same direction with it, but no, you turn it around, right? And you go up back and forth with it. And it's the weirdest thing because it's that sharp if you got anybody out there that hasn't used it. So like if this is the V of a really deep dent, what's crazy is when you come up on the side of it, you know, you've got this roundedness thing. So instead of doing 1 and then 2 and then 3 like you're welding and it gets a little stitchy, it's so cool that it's rounded like that, and it just pushes it all up at the same time, and you can do a crease literally in 5 minutes that you would have spent a half hour on. And you're like, and you can't, as hard as you're pushing, you guys, you cannot get an outie because there's such a rounded sharpness to it. It'll only give you what it'll give you. You can't screw it up. It's like amazing. I use it with guys that I train, and right away they're doing creases at a really top level right away, right out of the gate, you know. So it's pretty cool. Really,
sorry,
cheating.
One sec. Ollie, pass the credit card, love. Yep. All right, cards. One time, mate. Yeah, send them all over. Everyone.
Buy 2 sets.
Yeah. I'll send both of you guys pictures of the ones I'm talking about. Do you both have those or no?
No, I was lent them by a very kind gentleman to use for a couple of months, and then he wanted them back.
Damn it! I lost them.
Cheers, Chris. Yeah, he remembered. You got Steve Buckle. What you got? A Dinox system on order. Oh, what's that?
What's that?
What's it?
Is that it?
Dinox.
That's different.
Steve. Chuck up some info.
Come on.
Is that
we need to know more.
I tell you what I want. I tell you what I really want. I've kind of been working around it for a long time now. Is motorbike stand, tank stand,
a jig. Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I've been getting my dent bench, and I've strategically drilled a lot of holes around edges and stuff, and you can somewhat obviously bolt through and brace off that. It's not a foolproof solution, but it gets the job done. But just a proper like motorbike tank stand, obviously, that we can somewhat permanently fix that. But that's the only problem with my workshop, is permanently fixing something in there is probably going to cause a lot of problems.
Can't you just bolt something like a small bracket in the floor that you can, and then drill it out so you can just plop it in and put a pin in?
Yeah, it might be the one. Or just stop doing bike tanks.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Cam Otto just came out with a really cool plate? I'm gonna order it, and it's about yay big, and it's just this big, thick, heavy duty plate that goes to the ground, and it works on cement. It doesn't work on asphalt, but it works on cement even epoxied floors that are a little bit rougher, and you put it down and it has a air chuck on it, and you hook up your compressor and it sucks to the ground, and then you can use that pull system anywhere, and you it's got a big eyelet in it, and you just put it right to your pull system, and you can instead of having that little pod thing in your floor of your shop, now you can move it anywhere you want. It's brilliant. It's so amazing, and it holds. You can't get it up without releasing it. It's just that good.
No,
Can you
that
pull
was
dents out? Can you pull
Way
dents
cool.
out?
And that's on Cam Otto, Charlie over there, Charles Onan.
Right.
Super
Hey, that's another one as well. The constant tension
Yeah,
device.
that's interesting.
Was that Cam Auto related as well?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
It's
he's been
like
in it a
the,
long time.
Obviously, the constant tension pull, but it's got the mechanism on it, hasn't it? So
Oh,
instead of
that's
you having to
perfect pull, maybe? Is the one that
Possibly.
Mike's shown a few times, the silver one?
Yeah,
not
it's
the,
like
not
a
the actual stand. I think it's like a mechanism on the actual strap, so that as you're releasing the tension, it's on its own sort of pulling.
It's like a cylinder, and then it's got two hooks on either end. So you put your chain going to your dozer, and then you put, I don't know, a chain or a strap going to the glue, and then when you're pulling, it must have some kind of tension spring inside. So when you're pulling, it's if one goes, it's still got tension, but it's moving.
Yeah,
inside.
I got to check that out. Sounds cool.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's amazing how we're coming up with new techniques to do this, right? Like I never did that before. We're taking out some pretty ugly crap, but we never did that, and now it helps. It's really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
Design.
There you go.
So
cheers, Kevin. He's always there to help us out, and he keeps us on track.
The Oracle. He knows. He knows.
The Oracle.
He knows these things.
He knows everything.
Yeah. He was telling me a couple of interesting bits while I was speaking to him on the phone earlier. I don't really think I can say too much about it. I don't know, but I don't know. Kev, there's something tab related anyway. If you want to have a quick chat about it in the comments, chuck it all up because it sounds quite interesting. Steve.
So yeah, what Steve was mentioning is the super cool trolley system that the legs fold in as you push it in the van.
That's right. Igor just put it up as well.
Yeah, Igor.
And almost like
Johnny, isn't it? Johnny Cullens.
Yeah. If anyone's seen Johnny, go on. Sorry, mate. Johnny Cullen's you'll see on his super slick videos, he's got that system, and it's almost like a gurney type thing, right? Where you can just sort of push it straight into the back of the van. The legs all fold up nicely, and it's just
like an ambulance.
Like an ambulance, right? You got a body on there,
trolley,
and it just flaps and pushes right in. Yeah.
Yeah, probably weighs more than a body. That tool system.
That's right. Yeah, it's the future, all right. Nice. So Steve Buckley got involved with that. Happy days. Well, I don't know. What are we on now? We're over the hour mark already. I told you we'd fill it up, mate.
Good. There you go. That is your answer to your question.
Top secret, but they're killer. Kevin. All right. I can't wait to hear what that is.
They're all killer tabs, aren't they?
They're all killer.
Top
all
secret.
Killer.
It's a double killer tab.
Happy
Speaking
days,
of tabs,
a
few tabs, haven't we? I've bought quite a few tabs recently. What's everyone buying these days?
What's everyone using tab and glue wise? What have you been buying just recently, mate?
Oh, me, I bought them all.
All them tabs.
I just bought those. The gangrene dead centers.
I've not got them yet. Are they any good?
Yeah, they're really springy. So you need to get used to them.
To be honest with you, I like the normal crease tabs for that reason. I never really got on with the ice crease tabs. I found them a bit too solid, if that makes sense. I preferred that.
What, the ice ones where you can see through them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those ones. I can get those to stick really well. Yeah, them ones.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. The one I like, just put that back on.
Yes, boss.
Yes, boss. It's the crease tab. It's the middle row, and it's the first one, and then it's the third one. I want those. I want to be able to buy those individually or a pack of 10 because that one. The first on the left, in the second row, that is the best one. I love that one. That's bang on. But I always break it first, so I get really upset.
That's why I like the gangrene versions of them, because they've just got that bit of flex to
26 mil, yes.
Yeah, money makers. What about them bad boys? I've not used any of them yet.
I have not tried those either.
Yeah, they are super. You need a lot of glue. Just plaster them in glue.
Yeah,
stick them on. Yeah, if you really want to get into it, and use a thermometer on there just to make sure that the glue's at 90. Is it 90 degrees? Kevin will tell me in a second. And then they won't come off. They'll pull anything out.
What's the principle there then, as opposed to any other tab? Because I've had nothing to do with those yet, so I don't really know.
Well, if they're pulling bigger stuff out, aren't they? So
yeah.
But yeah, when you put in a lot of glue onto something, you need to. There you go. Do I need to say any more then, Kevin? When you put a lot of glue on one of those tabs, you need to make sure it's fully set and you've got no bubbles inside. Because if it's not set, it's just going to pull off.
Right.
That's my take from all the videos that I've watched anyway.
Right. Also, when you pass me that credit card, love, we're not doing the anniversary thing because I'm off Keco. Run, hide.
Twin size.
They're all twin size.
There you go.
Okay. Super duper.
Oops.
Hey up.
No bark. Someone must be home.
Super tabs. Super tabs for the win every time. Love them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got those as well. Yeah, like I say, I went on a bit of a spending spree, and
have you just bought them out of everything?
I did, yeah. Well, I had to meet some targets.
Are you staying under some thresholds, mate?
Yeah, kind of.
But it's great that Cavill, we're doing all the demonstrations with them anyway, and going over the processes. That'll be fantastic.
Yes.
Super
tabs. Who makes the super tabs? Or are those the biggest ones you're talking about?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Keco ones. Yeah.
No, I have not. I got to get those too now. Damn it.
Well, I'll tell you what they're good for, mate.
It's expensive coming on here.
They're good for fixing Nissan Duke roofs, aren't they?
Yeah. You know all about that.
Yes.
HD Pro tabs. Yeah.
Like a train. Yeah, we've had a bit of experience with them. I know there's a bit of backward and forward controversy over those. They do work though. What I do like from HD Pro was the glue tab holder.
AK-24 cartridge, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put it on
so
there.
you guys have figured out how to put that on right after you.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah.
Time you got to have them coming to your back to you, not having those things come off the front.
Yeah. Don't yourself once, don't you?
Don't drop your glue gun because they just go everywhere.
That too.
Yeah, I mean that is a bit of a thing with it, isn't it? You knock your glue gun, they do sort of spill. But what I will say, especially on the hail trail where you're sort of loading up rails and stuff, it does make things super convenient. And obviously you can put whatever tabs in that you want. So whatever you're using, other than the grease tabs and whatnot, you can load it up with whatever. So. Yeah. But I did find it super useful for sort of rail work on the hail cars and whatnot.
You can only use up to about 13 mil on that as well. Anything bigger and the legs start to spread apart and the tabs fall out.
Grow up.
Hog oval tabs. There you go.
Not use them. Not use hog
ones. I get confused from with the hog ones and the is it Aussie or something?
Aussie tabs, yeah.
Yeah, the red ones. I like those. They stick really well.
Yeah.
Dead center crease tabs. There you go. Oh, do they? All right, okay.
There you go.
They fit on the AK-24.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Every day's a school day.
That's it. We've got a question for you, Don, from Wayne. You ready?
Yep.
There you go. Crown or low first? Question mark.
Well, it actually depends on the dent. If I'm doing an upper body line type of thing, I can't tell you how much time I've wasted, and I wish I could have it all back. I used to always go after the crown, right? I mean, for years, I'd say that's what I see, and I'm a hammer blender guy anyway. So I'm thinking in my mind, hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this crown down. I'm going to push a lot of that material into that body line and maybe help me, along those processes. And since then, with what ends up happening is you get the center out, then you go to the meat of the problem. You get your body line out sweet, and you look up there and you go, I didn't even need to touch that. Now I got to go back up there and I got to build all that shit I pounded down. And I've got a bunch of micro loads in there. And I'm like, damn it, I should have just went off. I got to the point, guys, now where it's fun. I'm listening to audiobooks or whatever, and I'm not even really understanding what I'm actually working on. I'm sure you guys are the same way. And I just go to what's loose, right? What's going to move. And if it starts getting tight, I go back to the buckles and the braces and start moving stuff around. And then all of a sudden it releases it. And now it's moving really good. If I'm making a poke and it's actually leaving a mark, I know that thing's locked up. I need to go elsewhere in my theory. And I think we all do that, of course, but sometimes I've had many years where I just don't do that. And, in my earlier years, and I just stay after it, like, what am I doing?
It will go down.
Yeah. And even like a sharp dent without a buckle in it. I don't know about you guys out there, but the really super sharp ones, I just commit. I don't want to do a bigger dent, but if I'm doing a sharp dent and it's only maybe, yay big, I'm going to open that thing up. I'm going to knock those shoulders down. I'm just going to commit to the thing. And, especially if I can't even see in there, do it. And I got my light straight here and I'm looking in, hey, but in reality, I get them out twice as fast if I actually make the dent bigger. And this was a big, this is to the younger guys, but I would get in my own brain and I in my mind, I said, I didn't want to make it any bigger. So therefore I'm just going to make this work. And then you end up chewing it up a little bit and it just doesn't work. So if you make it twice as big, you just commit to it. You're going to do it twice as fast. That's just my 2 cents on that.
Well, yeah, it's like bodyland dents as well. If you get a sharp bodyland dent, it's always best just to knock it in and make it a more of a shallow bodyline dent, and it'll come up, and you're less likely to break the paint.
You got a V, make it into a U, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Is that what you guys do? Because all I do, I just send them to me mate Wayne Allett in the same city. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
He loves that kind of stuff, doesn't he?
He's very, very, very good at those sharp dents, and I must admit, I don't like them. So
I'm built weird. If someone says, "Hey, I've been to 3 shops," and they say it can't be done, and I'm like, "Bring it over."
Yeah,
that's what I want to do, So,
and then 5 minutes later, you're like, "I've got to learn to stop doing that."
I've been there too, man. I've been there too. What did I do?
I know it, right?
I'm not crying.
Typically, if they've been to a few people, you can put your own price on it. If a couple people already turned them down, I'm like, well,
that's it. That's exactly right.
Bobby,
come over.
Yeah,
Bobby.
It's
How you doing, Bobby?
Got to have a bit of food with Bobby a few weeks back down in Leicester.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, it was weird because I ended up having to go to a different hotel for one night for whatever reason, and I somewhat sort of parked my van like where the road was. It was almost behind a bush. I'd only been in the hotel about 10 minutes, and Bobby starts texting me going, "I've just passed your van. We're in the hotel next door. Let's go for a beer." And I'm like, how does that even happen? How do you even see my van from the road?
It's got your name on it. That's why.
Yeah, I think he's got a GPS tracker. He knows where you are.
Took me on the bushes, but yeah, it was good to catch up with Bobby. Went for a bit of food and a couple of beers.
Good effort.
Gary's got the same idea. Look, I send all my caravan dents to Wayne.
Well, you're all in the same area, aren't you?
That's right. Yes, we are.
The Gary Dentman show.
Yeah. It's kind of nice, to be honest.
So you could be a spin-off. Could be a spin-off having that.
That's it. Yeah, it's kind of nice having those two guys sort of all being in the same area, because it's like, when that customer's sort of sucking air through their teeth, it's, well,
right, yeah. one of ours.
Here's the other two guys you need to go and speak to. You know,
Yeah.
and we're all in the same ballpark, and we'll all educate the same, and it just keeps it strong in the area. You know.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I love that. How long have you been doing dents, Ben?
Too long, mate.
Yeah.
I am in.
I have the same question for Martin. I'm just curious.
So my first season was 2010. So yeah, 2010. So I'm in my 11th year, I guess. 11th. Yeah, something like that.
Is it mostly hail for you, or do you do route and a little bit everything, right?
Yeah, so it's only the past 2 years I've sort of started setting the workshop and putting roots down at home. But up until then, it was literally pure hail, and that was it. So it's sort of just that transition period of figuring out how to fix car park dents and the bigger stuff, and just past couple of years just been getting into that.
I think the hail guys that I know that are just doing that, if you do it for 5 or 10 years, you're at a 20-year level, 25-year level, because you just do dents in day in, day out. I know guys that have route accounts, and they'll do maybe 5 or 10 cars a day type of thing, but they're driving a half hour over here and they're doing this, and they're good. They get really good, but they don't get great right away. They will over time, of course, but to have
different though.
1,000 dents in front of you every single day, like you're
gonna
just
get
going
good
to
quick.
be right. Absolutely. Repetition's everything, right?
It's a totally different sort of mindset and way of going about things, though. I mean, like you say, you can stare at a roof with 1,000 dents on and your head will be wrecked, but conversely, you can stare at a roof with one big dent on and being just the same, if not a worse problem.
For sure.
You know, and how to work all the stuff like that. So
the famous Mondeo.
So when I went down to do my IMI with Kev, I was sort of in the mindset where I need to start figuring out like route stuff. You know, I need to bolster the hail work in the off season, and start thinking about that transition. I sort of went down for an extra day and sort of said to Kev, "Can you help us out with the big stuff? Show me how to start unlocking things and whatnot." And I think we'd sort of halfway through the first cup of tea, and out of nowhere, Kev just boots in the tailgate of that Ford Mondeo, and I'm just stood there like,
"What are you doing?"
No need for that, was there? Anyway, so I'm just stood there thinking, he's going to show me through the process here. Happy days.
Yeah.
No, it's yours, mate. Crack on. I'm like, what? I've still got the before and after photo.
Nice.
Good times, though. Good times.
Yeah, I remember that first IMI class that Kevin taught over here in the States, and I was sitting right next to Vince. Now he does them all here, right? And we had Daniel Grom. We had a really fun first class. It was just early in the morning, and Kev started talking, and we were all kind of hung over and leaned over like this. Pretty soon we're all as straight as an arrow. He's telling us about these cars. I already had done 100, if not 200 Chevy Volts, because we have a dealership up the street from us on the same frontage road. And I'd done them all the way around that charging board so many times. I just assumed that the dealership or the manufacturer had our ass. Mm-hmm. I had no idea that I just looked up at the Lord and I was like, thank you, because I shouldn't be here. It opened up our eyes hugely so, and I couldn't learn from a better guy. Kev's the goods, man. He's one of the good guys for sure.
Sam's saying Kev is the best dent creator I've ever seen.
Well, he's a big guy too. He can get some weight behind that thing, right? So
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we've been on for an hour and a half now. We're edging on
an hour and a half.
So much fun.
Like I say, we were just kind of aiming to dip our toes back in the water, really. But here we are. We're back in with a full episode. Look, who knew that?
I know. It's because we had a professional on the show. That's why.
That's right. That's it. You just elevated the game.
You too, maybe. Shit is what did he say?
No, nothing. I shouldn't have put that on.
Okay. All right.
He says he's rubbish at talking them out, though.
God damn.
Taking.
God, it's a goddamn. Yeah.
Joe's saying I best get to bed. I've got an early start. That's right. I've got to be down in Leicester for 6 o'clock in the morning.
Is he still doing it down in Leicester? Is he still doing the hail?
We've got a car in at the minute, and I've got to go down tomorrow and
oh God,
QC all Joe's work. So get the kettle on, mate.
Love it.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Love it.
Awesome.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think we've got some fairly decent shows lined up for the coming weeks and whatnot. I think probably our next show, believe it or not, is our 1 year anniversary, is it not?
Wow, awesome.
Bloody hell.
So get your party hats on.
Yeah.
We'll
get your masks on.
That's right. Well, I don't even know where that's gone now.
Oh, yeah, just chuck it in the bin.
No.
Oh.
No, there we go. Look.
Nice.
So we've got that. We've been speaking to quite a few folk that we're looking to bring on the show. Might have a nice episode lined up on booking systems and all that sort of thing to keep your businesses flowing nicely, so you don't forget about all those inquiries and keep things rolling and all that. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's not really season 3, is it? Are we season 2.2 or what are we doing?
Season 2 continued.
There you go.
Well,
Hey, Martin, real quick, how long have you been pushing?
Since, well, I started learning in 2006-ish while I was panel beating with my WEF glue pull system, should I add. And then by the time we got to 2011, I set up on my own. So, yeah, probably about the same time as Ben.
Awesome.
It was a slow process learning. So we didn't have all the stuff online, you know, like Dent Trainer, and I don't think we did anyway. So I was just showing the ropes, you know, wherever I could, and I just sort of like practiced, and that was it.
Nice.
Got to a point where I didn't have to put any filler. I was aiming, when I was panel beating, I was aiming at doing metal finishes all the time. So it got to a point where I didn't have to put any filler in, and I was body filing and going through the different production paper from 80 up to Triazac 3000, mirror finishing repairs, and then sending them off to the paint shop with a smile on my face.
Wow,
and then I got
cool.
to a point where you didn't have to take any paintwork off, so that was my idea of learning. It was pretty thin metal by the time I finished. It was like that.
What about you, Don? How long have you been in the game now?
Since 89. 89 is when I first started. So 32 years. Crazy. And I just turned 35 last week, so I started in the, in the sandbox with little toys.
Hellfire, 89. Christ, I was the tender age of 6.
Yeah, I'm old fucker.
Man, we're just going to edit this show. It's going to be so long.
Oh, good. Sorry, guys.
Stick it on. It'll be fine. It'll be all right.
We're not bothered, are we?
I love it. Awesome.
Well,
thanks for having us on, man. Cool. Got to do a live event for Pub 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, no problem. Cracking idea, Bobby. There you go.
See what we can pull out the bag,
Yeah,
shall
I
we?
know. Yeah, I do. Yeah, my battery's gone.
Yeah, might as well. It's going down. Look.
We're dead.
Hey, are you guys going to come over in February for
We've been talking about it. We have been talking about it.
I really want to.
We talked about it a few months back. I just didn't know if you guys had put any more thought into it.
Is that for VMTE? Sorry.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one I came over for now. I think it was 2018 was the last time I came over. And then, I think when we do it again, we'll probably make a family holiday of it. So we'll probably plan like a 10-day or something. And, I'll just bug out for those couple of days at the event and, make a thing of it. I think I've had all my tickets stamped for getting out on my own.
Because your borders are all open now, right? You guys can come.
Well,
I think they are at the moment. I've not really looked into traveling abroad at the moment. I know we can go to USA now, but yeah, I don't really know unless they change it again. I know Igor's having problems.
Yeah.
Traveling.
Eagle was looking at coming over for the Keco weekend, I think, and I think upon looking into it, there was all sorts of red tape and whatnot.
Igor, I love it. Yeah,
but
I always love hanging with Igor.
If we don't make it for the next one, I'll certainly be looking at the one after.
Yeah, I want to go over. Definitely want to come over. It's just I don't want to be sat on a plane for 5 or 10 hours with people coughing around me.
Right.
I don't want to feel like this again. I ain't got COVID, by the way. I've just got a cold.
Gotcha.
I don't think you can catch it down the microphone, though, so I'm not bothered.
We're good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, you just got to get a hold of David Shalat because that guy knows how to travel. Like that guy is like he always shows these little pods he's sleeping in, and it's like, man, I've never even seen that on a plane before. And you're doing, like, wow.
I'm pretty sure I said it to Dave when we were in the drinking lobbies of Dream One. Was when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Yep, you did say that. I remember that.
That's the guy who's got it dialed in.
Yeah, absolutely. Back
Happy
and forth,
days.
the Keco and the guys at Keco and that TDN.
Yeah,
I'll just jump in Igor's suitcase. He'll take me.
There you go. Jump in the yellow suitcase and off you go.
That needs a few more stickers. I got to send you some stickers.
It does. For that. Yeah, probably weighs an extra kilo of all those stickers on.
That's right. That's right. Well, folks, I'll tell you what. I am going to have to get to bed, so I'm calling it.
What time's it where you are, Don?
It is 5:05 in the afternoon. So 5:05. So it's early. It's early here. So
still got a bit of drinking time ahead of you.
Yeah, I gotta go get my first beer here. So
cheers.
You'll fit in Martin will fit in the in the suitcase just fine. We just got to cram you in there a little bit.
He's too kind, and he's too kind. I don't think I would. Oh dear. Right then, let's wrap it up then. Ben, how do we wrap it up?
I can't remember. I think we do some spiel about where everyone can find us online.
Oh yeah, if you want to find us online, it's where's all the thingies? There you go. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Search for us, Dent Guys.
And on the streaming services, we will get back up to date with them at some point soon.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Libsyn, Heart Radio. Search for us, Dent Guys.
And if you did want to email us any content, if you wanted to be on the show or whatnot, send us an email to
those Dent Guys with a Z at gmail.com. And make sure that as soon as you get off this, go and check out dentrepair.com and look at the Dream event. So Dream 1's up now, and then the Dream, the next installments of all the new videos will be coming on really soon.
Just kind of being added, in the next few weeks. Kevin and I were talking this morning, and he said, or my morning, his afternoon, and he said he's got so much on his plate, and Kev's going to be one of the ones talking. So we'll let maybe it'll be a few days after, or 2 weeks out or something, for Kev and a few guys. And Bryce Kelly is going to speak as well, and we got some really great guys speaking this time, so it should be fun.
Nice. Yeah, so it's definitely worth checking it out. No problem.
So you've got all that, and also you've got all the Keco weekends coming up also.
Save your pennies for next weekend.
If you were,
I hope you all have a really good time.
100%.
Upset that I can't make it.
Uncle Kev, next time you need to talk to us before. Honest to God, I think the past 3 or 4 they've had, I've always had something going on. I think I made it down for a couple of hours on one of them a few years ago or something. I don't know, but still not done a whole weekend yet. That's what it is.
I've tried, but I can't, unfortunately. But I'll be there the next one. I'll go and see Uncle Kev soon anyway.
That's it. We'll have a trip down there, won't we? Make a nuisance of ourselves and deplete the Haribo stores even further. Like absolute bosses. Don, once again, thanks ever so much for coming on, buddy.
Thanks for having us on to help spread the word. Appreciate it.
Not at all, buddy. Not at all. It's been
Thank
lovely to
you.
see you again, though, Martin.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say it's lovely to see Don.
Everybody. It's lovely to see everybody again, isn't it?
It certainly is. Thanks for everyone for joining us. It's
That's
been
right.
great.
Lovely stuff. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with the next episode. Like I say, it'll be 1 year anniversary. So bring your beers, your party hats, and we'll figure something to talk about anyway. Right.
Yes.
Let's do it. We're off skis.
See you later, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Don. Take care, and everybody.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. You both. Be
Take
good.
care.
Take care. All the best.
Bye.